Hi folks, Bob Dale for Southern Remarketing in Jackson, Mississippi, where we sell lots of things, folks. One of the things we've sold the most of in the past few years is diesel trucks. Dan has sold a gazillion of them. Never how many a gazillion is, hundreds and hundreds. We're going to list a truck today. It's just a good solid truck, folks. It's not a concours truck. It's just a good, solid, good looking truck. A truck that you can take to work. You put it in your work site. You got a farm or ranch, it's ideal. Whatever you want to pull, it will pull it, trust me. It's a 2004 F350 FX4 four-wheel drive, single rear wheel, 1 ton. A pretty nice looking truck, folks. The engine, how many miles on it, son?
180, I think.
It's only got 100 and something, 80,000 miles on it. The engine has been deleted. Come on, we're going to show it to you. Tires look good. Got this big bumper on it. I don't know.
It's a ranch hand
bumper, folks. They're popular in Mississippi because we got more deer than we have people. Both our wives and everything have hit deer in the past year at an awesome expense. The windshield's good. If you don't want this ranch hand bumper, we'll be glad to take it off because they are gosh awful expensive. Good looking truck, stand-up truck. Good
brand new set of tires. Got about 20 miles on them.
Perfect set of tires. It's an XL, but it's got lots of the XLT equipment. It's got windows and door
windows, locks, tilt cruise,
and all that. Got an AM/FM CD player. The interior is nice. It's not got burn holes in it. It's no cigarette smoker. This truck, it's got the kind of four-wheel drive off power that we like. I like this, the manual. Headliner looks good. Carpet looks real good. You can see here.
Jams are good.
See up in the joints here. We'll open this back door. Back looks good. Carpet's perfect. Seats are not burned up, torn, ratted out. No pets been in it and all that. It's got a new bed liner in it. Dan put a bed liner in it.
It was already in.
It was already there? Okay. Well, FX4 four-wheel drive. Never been backed into anything, beat up. You can look down the sides, it's not tweaked and crinkly and all that.
It's got a MBRP tip. I don't know about the rest of the exhaust enough to tell. I think it's, I don't know if it's stock or aftermarket. It's not loud.
You can look down the side, folks. It's not beat up, pinged up and all that.
AGR is deleted.
And when we say, folks, we're selling a good solid work truck or a using truck to take to camp or pull your boat with, I mean, that doesn't lessen what we think about the truck. It's just not a go to church truck, you know, because lots of people drive these every day. And you can do that with this one, of course. But it's a 1 ton single rear wheel four-wheel drive, and they're hard to find. We looked at the carpets and all that. Power stroke that we hate to be redundant, but it's been deleted. I really like these ranch hand bumpers, and everyone likes them. Of course, you know, when you go to buy one, you don't like it because they will like. You want to get sticker shock? You want to find out that profit's not a dirty word? Look up ranch hand and what they want for a bumper. Last, I don't see a peck in it.
It's got 1 rock peck in it.
I didn't even see it. We are having a blessed shower here in the Confederacy this afternoon. So it's got our normal, lately 115 degree heat index down to about 80, and it feels great. Of course, you know, I tell everybody these summer rains are the Lord's way of saying I forgive you for your sins. I mean, we appreciate them a lot, I can promise you. But this is a good truck. Dan's going to give you a ride and drive, sitting on a brand new set of tires, a 2004 F350 1 ton, single rear wheel FX4 four-wheel drive. Nicely equipped on the inside, folks, nicely equipped. The interior looks great, the carpet looks great, not smoked up, burned up and all that. It's not been beat up and banged up on a work site or farm somewhere. Just a really good, nice, solid truck. So if you've been needing a truck like this and you don't have $70,000 to spend, Or if you don't want to buy, I call them drugstore cowboys trucks, you've been out trying to find you a good diesel to use around the farm or home or whatever, your shop, and people, all they have is these cowboy trucks that cost $25,000 or $30,000. This one will be right down your alley. Dan says he's going to sell it no reserve, so that means someone is going to own it. If you have any questions about it, give us a call. If you want to make an offer, tell us what you want to give for it, please do that. Someone is going to buy it, and generally when we have these no reserve sales, they disappear before the auction's over. So give us a call and tell us what you want to do and what you want to give for it. My name's Bob Dale. My phone number is 601-218-1223. You can call me, talk about it. If you want to get down to the really, let's discuss hard dollars and cents, call Dan, 601-720-2857. But you can get one of us at any time. If we don't answer a phone, it's because we're on the phone or whatever, but we will call you back. But for what it is, and certainly for what we're going to sell it for, this is a grand truck. 2004 1-ton, 4-wheel drive, a really nice truck. Thanks for watching our video, folks. We do appreciate that. Look forward to visiting with you and seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi.
Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. Before I do, just want to show you under the hood. And you can see we don't clean under the hoods. It's just how we got it in. It's a little dirty, but it's not caked up with mud and everything. The radiator been replaced. Alternator been replaced. The main thing I want to show you though is you can see absolutely no blow-by, no smoke at all, although smoke's not a big deal as long as it's not puffing. But you can see, set the oil fill cap down on the tube, it doesn't blow off. If it blows off, it means you got worn out piston rings letting the engine compression into the crankcase and you got a wore out motor. Not the case here. Now we're going to take it on test drive. Hi folks, Dan Dale here. You've been listening to my dad talk about this truck. Now I'm going to take you on a test drive. First of all, you can see no warning lights lit. You'll have to excuse my shaky camera work because I'm filming with one hand and driving with the other on some of the worst roads in the city of Jackson. So the video may look a little shaky, but rest assured in person, the truck drives great, runs great. Got two little rock pecks up there in the tent. You can't hardly see them. Got one little star right there, not even worth mentioning, but if it bothers you for an extra 120, we can get a brand new windshield in this truck. So not a big deal either way. It's got power windows, power locks, all that good stuff. EGR has been deleted. It has a brand new Ford oil cooler, not one of these little $75 aftermarket ones. It has a Ford oil cooler, which is a big deal. Like we said, the only real thing we want to mention about this truck, when we got it, the little display there for the odometer, the 6th digit was flickering, and they assumed it was 283. We had it fixed, and when it got fixed, the display, it shows 183. So it's exempt anyway. We just want to point that out because Carfax shows it 2 something when we bought it, but that's what it is. Just buy this truck based on condition, really. I mean, that's when you get one that's in 04, it's 12 years old, that's really what you're buying regardless, not so much the miles, because we get them with 300,000 and 400,000 miles. And you know, like we said, the main thing on these diesels isn't the mileage, it's whether it's got blow-by, and this one doesn't have any blow-by. And also you can tell from these horrible roads I'm riding down that this truck does not have any squeaks or rattles. It's tight, which is a big deal on these older trucks. You know, that they aren't ragged out, they're not wore out, they don't, you know, have a bunch of pops and bangs and slack in the front end and everything else. This one doesn't. Runs and drives great. If you want to fly in, drive it home, you can. We'll pick you up at the airport, no extra charge. Bring you back here, do the paperwork, feedback and everything, make it a real smooth, easy transaction. Or we understand a lot of you don't have time to fly in and drive one home, so if you live in Florida or you live near Atlanta or Dallas, we can get you a real good deal on shipping. And even if you don't, we're set up now where if you go on most of these online places that give you shipping quotes, don't let those quotes scare you off, because most of these guys, they don't have a actual fleet of trucks. All they're doing, they're charging you $200 or $300, and they're posting the truck on this one website that all these independent drivers use, and they're collecting $200 or $300 from you for the trouble. And what we've done, we're set up now with that website. Don't charge you anything for the service, but we'll post it there ourselves, cut out the middleman for you, and at the minimum save you a couple $100, or as much as 50 or 60% off what the average online shipping quote is, because we're not making anything off of it. All you do is you pay the shipper when he drops the truck off, and we don't get anything out of it. So just something to keep in mind, because a lot of people, they don't like to buy online, don't like to get involved in it because they're scared about fooling with shipping. And so that's why we're offering to take care of that for people now, just to make it a lot smoother, easier transaction. But you can see this truck, all the 6-liter issues are taken care of. I mean, it's got the EGRs deleted, and it's got a brand new Ford oil cooler. And what that does, that has now solved all the things you hear about 6 liters, about the problems they have. Well, once you delete the EGR and you got a fresh oil cooler, you're not going to have those problems. The only thing you got to do with this truck now is keep it serviced. You've got to change the oil every 5,000 miles. You've got to use Ford oil filters, and you've got to change the fuel filters and put Ford fuel filters in them, and you got to do that every other oil change. If you do those simple things, this truck will pretty much last forever. But if you don't, you'll have problems. That's just how it goes. These newer engines, they run at tighter tolerances than them old 7.3s and stuff, and you just have to stay on top of the maintenance. That's just part of owning one. And what I recommend, it's got a water and fuel sensor, but I recommend about once a month, and we can show you where it is. You get under there and there's a little drain plug. You know, drain a little bit out just to make sure there's no water in the system. And you know, you do those little preventative maintenance things, and you don't have to worry about this truck. You can see we've been driving 6 or 7 minutes. There's still no warning lights lit, no service, ABS, any of that. I like to show the dash after we've been driving a little while, because you know, it's easy to pop a bulb off and take a picture and say, oh well, there's no lights on. But if you got a problem and you haven't fixed it, then all that's going to happen is after you drive a little while, the light's going to come right back on. So that's why we like to show you that, you know, everything does work. The only other thing I could really nitpick, there's a couple little holes somebody drilled right there. I guess maybe they had a CB or a cell phone mount or something stuck in the dash, but you know, not really a big deal. It's got a Sony AM/FM stereo CD. It's got a brand new, like we said, brand new set of tires. I mean, probably 10 or 15 miles on them tops. Brand new set of tires. Power windows. It's got power door locks. They're all tied into these the remote. So you just hit the remote, keyless entry to lock and unlock. And I got two remotes to go with it. You can see you got the extra cup holders. Those wires, that lets you plug your, I guess, your phone in or whatever to the stereo. See, no cracks in the dash, nothing like that. Got good, I don't know if you can see, but got good oil pressure, good temps, all that's good. Just a good solid running truck, and we got a low price on it. If you have any questions about this truck, give me a call. My number is 601-376-9869. Be glad to answer any questions you may have, or discuss, you know, the 6-liter engine. If you have any concerns, which you shouldn't have any now on this truck. Now, in general, you might if they haven't been deleted, but Be glad to talk to you about all that, answer any questions you may have. Again, my name's Dan Dale. You can text me or call me or email me with your zip code. I'll be glad to give you a good ballpark figure on the shipping. And if you like, we can roll it all into the purchase price. Some people, when they're getting financed, they like to do that. Just makes things easier. So if you have any questions, call me. Otherwise, we appreciate you watching this video, taking the time to hear everything we have to say, and we look forward to seeing you here in Jackson, Mississippi. Thank you very much.